Hey everyone, welcome to the video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a 3-block by 3-block map in Minecraft. It is pretty simple, and I'm so excited to show you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. It helps out a ton, and it will mean the world to me. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so just so you have kind of a basic idea of what the map actually looks like, this is it. As you can see, a 3 by 3. And it's really cool. So as you can see, this little green thing is here. It's like one of those maps where it's like, you are here, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, you are here. It kind of shows you where you are compared to everything that you're looking at. You know, real life things. So as you can see, the green thing, the green little character person thing is right where we are right now. And this map, I know it doesn't show this stuff. It's because I haven't updated it. Because obviously the maps do not update on their own. You have to like manually go and update them. But it is really cool because as you can see all of this up here. You can see where I am, and I will show you another cool feature after we actually make it. So in order to make this really cool map, you're going to need 9 empty maps, which can be crafted by getting 8 pieces of paper and 1 compass. You're also going to need 9 item frames, as you can see up here, so that you can actually have something to put the maps on. As you can see, that's what it's actually on. And you're going to need to make 9 of these. Well, to make one of them, you're going to need 8 sticks and 1 piece of leather in the middle. So similar ideas of crafting. Yeah, so you're going to need 9 item frames, 9 empty maps, and then obviously you're going to need like 9 blocks to actually put the thing on, but that's not super hard. It can be any block. As long as you can put an item frame on it, it can be used. Okay, so we're going to start off with a clean slate so that I can actually show you all how to actually do it. So what we're going to do is just do our 9 item frames, just like this, on our 9 blocks, just like that. Pretty simple, like so. And this is where it gets a little more complicated, okay? So what you're first going to do, if you don't know how a map works, we're just going to take one of our maps here, because we're in creative. So to actually make a map, you're going to take an empty map, stand, wherever you are, and just right-click. It can be the air, it can be the ground. Just obviously don't click on the crafting table or anything, but just click that. And as you can see, we have a map. So I'm just going to put it in there, but it does usually need to be rotated. So as you can see, if I right click, it can rotate things, like as you can do with all items in an item frame. But you have to rotate it certain ways to get the maps to line up. So we're just going to keep it like that for now. So we have our middle one. That's the first one I would always do because it's the easiest to kind of go off of. But if we want to do one forward like this, what you're going to do to make sure that it's a different map and not just the same one, because you have to get past the actual map. I'm the little white arrow right down there, and as you can see, if I just keep going forward until I hit that line and it turns into a circle instead of more of an arrow, then I right click with an empty map, and then you have another map with a separate sheet on it. It's not the same as the one we just did. So also, if you can see in the top right corner, there's like a blank spot. What you can do to fix that is just go ahead and just get closer to it, because as you can see, that way it loads in. It's just a problem with not loading in the chunks and everything, but it will load in if you just go towards it a little bit. And if it doesn't matter to you, then you can just keep it like that, but I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I don't like when it does that. And yeah, so then now you have your second map. So what you're going to do with that one, just place it above. Now as you can see, those lines do not match up. So what we're going to do is just right click until it rotates and clicks in like a puzzle piece. It's really satisfying. And as you can see, now we have 2 pieces of map. So if we just go up here and we want to do some side pieces, so as you can see, we have this one. We're on this map. Our little character is on this map, a little arrow. So if I wanted to do over there, if I wanted to make the map over there, because obviously it's a 9 by 9, so you have to do a middle piece and then 2 side pieces. So let's just go, and what you want to do to make sure you get a different map, like I said before, is just make sure that arrow is off the screen. So it's off the screen. If we just go ahead and click, it makes a new empty map, and we can just simply do the same with the other one. So see how the arrow is now traveling across to the other side. It may not, the map and where you're going may look different, that's just probably because it's rotated differently, but as long as you go in the direction you actually want, and then you go over here, as long as you go in the direction you want, it doesn't really matter, as long as you get off the screen somewhere with the map. And then, once we're off the screen, just right click. As you can see in that top right, there's that blank spot again, so what we're going to do is just travel over there a little bit. Okay, and then just simply come back to where your map is. And obviously, as you can see, just try to remember kind of a general thing, but I know that this one goes here, and this one goes here. As you can see, they are not rotated right, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and click that, lines up, click this one, lines up, and boom. And then what you're going to do is just simply repeat this until you have all the things done. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit so you don't have to actually watch me do it. But yeah, I will show you all when it's done. Okay, and now, as you can see, we are completely done. So we have our full map now. I would just like to say, this line right here that goes across is not actually anything wrong with the map. It is simply just because I must have been doing some, like, practicing some command or something like that, and I accidentally removed half of the mountain terrain. I'm not quite sure why, but that is at my own fault. That is not the map, because obviously it's lined up here, right? Like none of the other sides work. It is that side. It just looks a little weird because of how it's cut off, but that is just me, so don't you worry about that. Okay, so the final thing I'm going to show you all is how to make like a map marker or kind of a checkpoint kind of thing. And basically you do that using a banner. It doesn't matter what color. I do recommend using colors that kind of stick out more, because like as you can see, this is a snowy biome, so like using white is not going to be the best idea. But you know, you can do that if you want to. But I'm just going to use a red just because it's kind of really bright. But as long as it's a banner, it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is wherever you are and wherever you want this checkpoint on the map, so I want it to be this berry bush. So this berry bush is contained by this center map right here, so I have that. So what you're going to do is go over to where you want your banner. You're just going to place the banner down, and as you can see, it's right by the berry bushes. That's where we are on the map. And basically you're going to right click the banner just like that. If we kind of step back a little bit, you can see that on the map it shows a red banner right next to the berry bushes. Now this is very useful if you want to be like, hey friend, like I use this on Realms a lot. If you want to be like, hey friend, go to the berry bush, you can be like, it's the red banner. So it's super helpful. And one other thing you can do, so if I just take that off, as you can see, it takes it off of there. But what you can do is put it into an anvil and name it. So you can name it wherever you want. It could be, you know, it could be your, not berry house. It could be your house, it could be like anything you really want to name it, and then what you're going to do is take that named banner, place it down where you want it to be, and right click it with a map, and then, as you can see now, it is labeled, so now it says berry bush. So this is often more helpful if you have like a lot of the banners, because that way you can kind of keep track of like which one goes to where. So if your friend says which one is the berry bush, you can either say the red one, or you can say, you know, with this, they can just see that it says berry bush. But yeah, so that's really simple. So as you can see, and now if you go place this back down, it shows it on the map, berry bush right there. So your friend is like, oh, I'm here, and just go right to the berry bush. So yeah, that's literally it. It's super simple, it's super helpful, it can be used as like a decoration, or just used as like a map. And like I said, with that feature, it helps a ton. I've used this on Realms, it's like super helpful. And it also is just really cute and kind of a nice decoration to have around, even in the creative worlds and stuff. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any questions of how to do something, or just any questions in general, just let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Sorry I haven't been posting, that's just because it's been like holiday season, but now we're out of that season, so I should be posting more consistently. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!